So, Craig, property's difficult at the best of times.
Yes.
Okay, really difficult, super hard to get into as well. So if there was something, you've got a lot of experience.
Yep.
So if there's something that you like shines out as your biggest learning or biggest difficulty that you've had, I don't know, it's a similar question.
Yep.
Is there anything that kind of stands out for you?
For me, it's know your strategy and know it well. For me, it's always been students.
Okay.
I'll just tell you 7 reasons why. Number 1 is because of student loans. It's government funded, so therefore you've got a good bit of security there.
Yeah.
Next one is tenancy arrangement. So with students, effectively, they usually come as a group.
Yes, nice.
So that's a lot of security for the landlord, because then you can put them on a joint tenancy. So if one drops out, then the other ones pick up the slack, which is nice to know. The next bit is UK guarantors. So the good thing about students is that parents are quite forthcoming to be their guarantor. So that's again another security thing.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Another thing is degree as well. The reasons why we've got a massive student demand is because of the power of the degree. As long as the degree sets the tone for a good job, there'll always be a need for one. So that means there'll always be accommodation. Eviction rates. So for me, I've looked into this, and the reason why I love student lets is because the eviction rates are so low. I don't know the exact stats, but I'd love to get my hands on that. Of all the people that get evicted, how many of those are students? Because I can tell you now it's minute.
Wow.
The next one is no council tax.
Yeah, that's huge. Massive now, yeah.
Look at his eyes lit up at that one.
Yeah. So that ultimately means it's going to be more profitable, especially with all the council tax legislations coming in, especially if they're charging you per room, which can really take the sting out of the deal.
Which that's happened to me, so yeah, that's on a different video anyway. Do you include your bills with everything on yours?
Yes, all bills included. It's all inclusive.
Okay. Because sometimes they do student ones because they're a group. They let them do the bills, right? Sometimes, so you do all of them.
Oh, you know, we keep it. Yeah.
Okay.
All
I like that because a lot of people think when you say students that they're just going to be more difficult. I don't know why that is, or they're not going to look after the house. I mean, I thought that because I was a student. I know what we did in the house, so I just straight away think. But now I also think, well, it doesn't really matter because they've got a guarantor. So even if they don't look after this house,
what's the worst case?
Yeah, well then you've got you've got a guarantor that you can go back to. And these guys, they're going to do a degree because they want a good future. You know, I'd be surprised if they didn't care about having CCJs, things like that. You know, so yeah, is that what you're seeing, that the students do look after it just as much as the normal?
I wouldn't have a business if they didn't.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
right. Yeah.
So there's a big stigma attached with student lets. And the first questions I usually get asked by landlords who are coming over to that market, they're like, do they wreck it? And I'm like, no, like as long as you do it up to a good spec, they're going to treat it well, and as long as you've got the right systems and paperwork and all of that in place, that protects you.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the big message that I want to put across, is that that they don't trash the place. Obviously you get some that do, but then you get that across every single
people.
Yeah.
Even if they do, they clean up afterwards, so it looks like they never did, which is what we did.
So can I just quickly ask you then? So you've given us the 7 really positive things.
I think that was 6.
Was it 6? You still missing one?
The last one is timing. So with student lets, it goes all in parallel with the university timetable. So it's easy to time like when they're going to be coming in, when to market, stuff like that. Whereas professionals, it's random people.
Can I add something to that as well? So I once went to, we did a 10-bed development. We had a surveyor come round to value it, and it was obviously it's a commercial development, so they valued it on a yield basis. Okay, so they factor in. Sorry, Jade. They factor in a cost for bills and a cost for voids, a percentage for voids. He actually told me, that surveyor, that if it's a student house, the voids are lower, so they value it higher. Yeah. Okay, so that's what if it's on a yield basis. Yeah. So that's just another positive.
So the negatives? There doesn't have to be 7, but if there was some, be honest with us, what are the negatives?
So the negatives are, I guess, that you have to hold their hand. It's a very high maintenance job, not just within the actual physical maintenance of the property, but also with the educating of the tenants. Like a lot of them, they call up, because it's all bills included, they seem to think that it's like a hotel service, some of them. So I'd say that would be a downfall. So it's like, no, as tenants, you do have responsibilities. Like you have to change light bulbs and stuff like that, although we sometimes do that, depending if they're good or not.
But that's the same with professionals. You'd be surprised, like we have exactly the same issues with professionals, so I don't think I think that you're going to get that either way. So.
But what else is there? Like neighbour disputes as well, like playing music. They're more inclined to play music, have parties, the social aspect to it. But it's all, you just take it in
It's part and
strides.
parcel, isn't it? Yeah, it's
exactly.
part of that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I always say to the neighbours, look, report anything. I always say to tenants as well, show your face next door, introduce yourself with a bottle of wine, flowers, whatever. It just makes a million
relationships. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's a great tip, I think.
It is. Yeah.
It's a really small thing, but I think that could make a real big difference.
Because if they've met you, then they'll approach you. Because as soon as they go, students are next door, they just think, students are going to trash the house, they're going to make my life hell. But when they meet you and you're bringing them gifts, they're like, oh, God, actually, they're really nice.
You've set the tone for the relationship and it'll be okay.
Just a little thing and it changes everything.
Cool.
Thanks for coming, Craig.
Thanks,
really appreciate it, mate.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Thank you for watching, guys. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want us to talk about anything specifically, then pop that in the comments below and we'll get back to you.
We'd love it if you'd come over to Instagram and give us a follow and say, hi, I'm B-Space, and you are?
Jonathan M. Ioannou. Thanks.